Hi everyone, my name's Anthony Cummins. Welcome to this video. I have been waiting to give you this video for many years. I've been sitting on this information for a long time, and the reason I've been waiting is because I needed to publish Book of Samurai Volume 2, and there it is. You can see on the screen. The link is down below. If you want these books, they're now on Amazon. You can click the link and you can get it on pre-order or order depending on the date, and it's got all this information in, and it's a translation from the 1600s. So what's this video about? Basically guys, in the ninja research community there's something known as the Shinobi Rikugu or Shinobi Rikugu, right? Now this is the 6 ninja tools. So if you go to Japan and you pick up books on the ninja, you look at it, there you go, Shinobi 6 tools, okay? And there they are. How about this book? Another one from my collection, the 6 tools. As you can see, there is the 6 Shinobi tools, or the way of the Shinobi tools. What about this one? Where many people are quite au fait with that in the ninja research community. And there you go, 6 ninja tools. Correctly done there. So, by correctly I mean the kanji is copied correctly, whereas the other one was sort of added to. Okay, so what is the problem? Everybody misunderstands this. Why do they misunderstand it? Basically, they think it means the 6 tools used for infiltration, or the 6 tools used by the ninja. Now this is absolutely what it means in one sense, but there is so much more information behind that, and it's a little bit skewy to just think that's the 6 tools. Now you'll see this everywhere. You'll see people add one and call it the 7 tools. You'll see people use them all over the place, but what they don't know is that this must come from Natori Ryu. So why do we know about the 6 tools? Basically, in the early 1900s, this manual, called the Shoninki, was discovered in a library, if you like, and it was then published by Gingetsu Ito, and they start to bring the Shoninki up to date, and everybody starts to, not up to date, they start to sample the Shoninki and put it out there. By 1944, there's another version here, which is put out in World War II, showing the 6 tools of the ninja. The 1980s produced some more books on the ninja, and then we hit the 90s to 2000. As you can see, there's tons of books, all of them sampling the Shoninki and the 6 tools. Now, as I say, the Shoninki is from Natori Ryu. So the only place in the world of history, the only place you will ever find this is from Natori Ryu. Natori Ryu is also known as Shinkusunoki Ryu or Kusunoki Ryu. Now Natori Ryu was started in the late 1500s, and it then moved from the Takeda clan to the Tokugawa clan. And by the time the Shoninki was written in 1681 by Natori Sanjuro Masazumi, also known as Isui Sensei, they were in Kishu, their Kishu domain, and they were serving Tokugawa Yorinobu, basically the grandson of Tokugawa Ieyasu. So Natori Sanjuro Masazumi, who's writing this, is a high-level tactician. He is the author of many scrolls, and he writes the Shoninki to show the correct way of the ninja. All sounds good so far. Why can people be wrong? The reason people are not getting it is because they didn't go and do the research and find out what is the background information for Natori Ryu on the Rikugu or Rokugu, depending on which pronunciation you want to use. Both are okay. So what I'm going to do now is take you through it and show you the evolution of this term. Now, the term appears not for the first time, but the first documented time I can find that I know is connected to Natori Ryu is in a manual, and which we have published as Samurai War Stories. In there, there's a manual called Musha Monogatari, and it's from 1654. Now we know Isui Sensei read this. I know that for a fact. We know that. And he mentions it in one of his documents. So in there it talks about the 6 tools. Not of the ninja, get this right, not of the ninja, just as a concept. The 6 tools, and it's of the samurai. So that is 1654. Now, probably Isui Sensei's got it from there, or it's just a term well used in Japan. Could be both. So what I'm going to do now is take you through the meaning of the term chronologically. Now here we go. So we are in. This is the reason I've had to wait on this, because the book has only just come out. So don't forget, get your links, guys. So In the scroll called Heigu Yoho, which means important points on military tools, the kanji should be up there. This was written sometime before 1670s, sometimes before the 1670s. So, and here it says, now inside of Natori Ryu, remember the Shoninki, the only place that the 6 ninja tool comes from is from Natori Ryu. So the first time a Natori Ryu student will come across this is this, what I'm about to read to you now. So, Gusoku Rikugu no Koto, the 6 parts of armor. And it starts to list the 6 parts of armor. But here, commentator 2, which is the written oral tradition after the year 1700, which I have collected with Yoshie, he says this, commentator 2, the word roku means 6, and the term Rikugu refers to the 6 sections of the left arm, the right arm, the left leg, the right leg, the head and the torso. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it means 6. It means your body in total. Okay, the gu part means to be prepared with equipment, and therefore the term Rikugu means universality, a complete set of equipment. It is based on the word rokon, which refers to the 6 sense organs inside. So what does this mean so fast? Let me break it down for you. The first time a Natori Ryu student, which is the only place you will find the shinobi tools, comes across this word, the teachings, the oral teachings inside of Natori Ryu from the 1600s states that it doesn't mean 6, it means the whole body. It means to be complete. So the 6 means the complete body equipped with. So therefore, if you need to be equipped, you need to equip your left arm, your right arm, your body, everything, to make sure you've got the equipment to go out. Now, however, it moves on. The same commentator at the same time says, in Buddhism, the term Rikugu consists of 2 parts. The first one is Sanjin, which is the Trikaya doctrine, which basically means, the first one is part 1, the body of ultimate truth and law. This is from Buddhism. The body of bliss and reward, and the manifested body. There are 3 in that section. The second section is called Sango, and this is actions done by the body, actions done by speech, and actions done by the mind. With these, inverted commas, brackets, 6 points combined, the concept of Rikugu comes to represent completeness. Okay? So it means all your arms equipped with this way of thinking in a Buddhist mind means completeness, universality. But it goes on. It says, in Bumon, military families, the term Rikugu consists of 2 parts also. This is Santoku, the 3 virtues of wisdom, benevolence, courage, and the Sampo, the 3 principles of achievement, authority, and failure. So, getting complicated, isn't it, guys? So basically, a Natori Ryu student, before they've got to the Shoninki, knows that the 6 tools applies to all sorts of tools, every tool. It's a term just to mean tools you need. It also means equipping your entire body. It means the universality of the 6 sense organs and the total body. It also means the 6 ways of Buddhism from the divided into 2 sections of 3, and it also means the 6 ways of samurai divided into 2 sections of 3. So, with all that in mind, the manual then goes on to show you 13 examples of Rikugu in action. So, for example, we've got the 6 types of chords. We've got the 6 tools for samurai on foot. Or how about Ikusabugyo Rikugu no Koto, the 6 tools for war commanders. That includes the arrow cape, the horo, the quiver, the bow, the riding crop, the war fan, the archer's glove. Okay, so as you can see, it goes through 13 different types. Now on page 409, it goes into the 6 tools for a shinobi. Shinobi mono, Rikugu no Koto. Now here it puts mono in, not just shinobi. It's shinobi mono. Now here's the killer, guys. Here's the killer, why most people get this wrong. They're not those tools. They are different. Okay. So the tools in everybody's book out there is the straw hat, the grappling hook, the stone pencil, the field medicine, the tenagui, the fire starting equipment. Okay, so that's what everybody has in all the books I've just shown you. So let's put them on the screen here. I'm going to keep them here while I read these. However, the first time a Natori Ryu student comes across this list with this kanji, it's a compass, a straw hat, fire making equipment, hook and rope, thin paper, and the cloth, the tenagui cloth. Okay, so some of those are different. Like, why on earth were they different? Because in the Shoninki, that list is the list that everybody puts in the book is correct, but yet in the manual that predates the Shoninki, it's not the same. So why do they change? Well, here's why they change. You have to be privy to Natori Ryu oral tradition to know why they change. Okay, so there are various sets of 6 tools depending on the family tradition. However, the above sets are from ancient ways. When at war, it is desirable to use any tool that has advantages over standard versions. Therefore, know that it is not inappropriate to discard some of the items from these sets and replace them with more advantageous tools. So basically, it's saying if things need to change, change them. Just change them. But that's not enough. So just changing them, okay, that's fine. So the next time a Natori Ryu student in the medieval period, or the whichever one you call it, the feudal period, comes into contact with this, is in book 1 there. Now is in Ippei Yoko, and it is Rikugu, just Rikugu, and it's called the 6 tools: gauntlets, archer sleeves, thigh protectors, greaves, footwear, throat protector. But then it says in a note written by Isui Sensei, it says also included are the Rikugu, and it gives you 4 more things. So you're like, hold on a minute, let me get this right. So these tools can change and you can add to them. So they don't have to be 6, you can actually add to them. So what does it say about adding to them? So here's what it says. Now this is commentator 2 writing in the 1700s. Now it says, although the list in the text is called Rikugu, 6 tools, it contains 11 items and should be understood simply as things you should be equipped with. Okay? Right guys, I hope you're starting to get a bit of an idea of how Natori Ryu works. It's not solid, it doesn't mean 6 tools, but I want to show you something else. Now there's another concept here at the end of Heigu Yoho, this book, and this is called Shicki Shika, which is the 4 benefits and 4 additions. Now this is a concept in Natori Ryu, which means you've got a certain amount of tools that are standard that you need for that job. Like if you want to drill a hole, you need a drill. If you want to saw some wood, you need a saw. But there are other tools, other benefits that will help you do it. But you don't need them, but they're beneficial. So in Natori Ryu, there's the concept of the fundamental tools that you need and then adding extra tools that you may or may not need. If you drop them, it won't destroy you, but if you add them, it will help you. But then you mix it in with another concept, which is called basically the 8/10ths. And it means if you have 100% of all the tools you want or need or think you're going to need, you'll be too laid down. If you have 60 or 70%, you won't have enough. Therefore, have about 80%. What this means is that in Natori, you've got a set of principles that starts at the beginning and goes through to the end. And this is it. You sit down as a Natori Ryu student and they teach you that everybody needs 6 tools, the basic tools for doing specific jobs. Not shinobi, lots of jobs, about 13, 14, 15 of different types of them. But then it says 6 doesn't mean 6, even though every list has 6. It means the body parts of 6, and it means totality. It also means in the Buddhist doctrine there are 6 elements of Buddhism to look at, and in the military doctrine there are 6 elements of the military to look at. And that overall this means to be equipped, to be universally equipped with the equipment that you need. However, it then Natori Ryu Sensei will say, however, you have the 4 benefits and the 4 fundamental tools and the 4 benefits. And what that means is you need some tools to do some jobs, but there are other tools which you can add to help you do that job. I.e., you might want a saw, you need a saw, but you also might need a clamp to help you. You don't specifically need it to saw, all you need is a saw, but the clamp may help you put things in place. But then it says, don't carry too many tools because you won't be able to use them all and it will slow you down and there'll be a mess. So that's why in Natori Ryu, the lists change. It's got a set of about 3 or 4 tools that match, totally match, and there's other ones that are interchangeable out. And it doesn't mean 6 tools, you can literally add them on. Some of the lists give you 7 tools with 2 like knocked on. This is often done in old Japanese things just to match the number. Okay, with all that in mind, those Natori Ryu students who've come all the way through the teachings end up with this, True Path of the Ninja, the Shoninki. And it talks about the 6 ninja tools, exactly where we started, which is here. And that is the English version of the True Path of the Ninja. The English version of the Shoninki. I recommend you get the red one. It's much better than the blue one, the introduction. And that is where, well, sorry, that was written in 1681. So it's written 10 years after the first ones are written. Now, from there, Natori Ryu finished in the 1800s and it died off, and all the manuals went into different libraries, different collections, and was collecting dust on shelves basically until I came across and pulled them all together. So what you find that in 1900 they find only one of them. They find one, which is the Shoninki. And then they put that out and it just goes viral. It goes like literally all the books start picking up 6 tools, 6 tools. People add, oh, we've got 7 tools, and oh, this is this many tools of our tradition. There's only one tradition that has X many tools, and that is Natori Ryu. So why should you believe me? Because I'll explain that. Basically, my job is to research ninja, but specifically Natori Ryu is my baby project, if you like, my main project. Now, I was awarded here I'm going to show you a picture of me and the mayor in Wakayama. Wakayama is Kishu, where Natori Ryu used to be. I was awarded the position of official tourist ambassador. I'll put all the kanji here for you. And it was for my work in researching Natori Ryu and bringing the world's attention to the ninja in Wakayama, basically. Here's a picture of me with the Natori family. These are the last descendants of the Natori family. They are not trained in ninjutsu, but they are the inheritors of the name and the tradition and the gravesite. So that's me with them. And this is the permission slip they gave me to study and show this to you guys, to the world. On top of that, this is Monk Yamamoto. He's the gravekeeper of the original writer of all this, Isui Sensei, and me and him are friends, and I'm the one who actually found the grave with the help, well, pretty much we did it together with Yoshie Minami. Here's Yoshie Minami. So basically, myself and Yoshie Minami are the only people in the world, the only people who have followed up and found the other manuals from Natori Ryu, got them together and analysed them and brought them out in English or even Japanese. We're the only ones who've ever done it, and we have put it all together so that you guys can see how it's built. And then of course the full reason for Natori Ryu is that you can get involved in a full project, a full samurai project. So guys, I'm going to start rounding up here. Basically, since the year 1910-1912, the Shoninki has been available to the general public, or at least, you know, elements of it, and they've been banging out the 6 tools. This 6 tools has gone all over the world in all the different books, in all the different places, and they keep putting on about the 6 ninja tools, but they haven't understood the foundation that it can change, what it means, its Buddhist connotations, its military connotations, how you can add to it, how you can swap them out, and basically all the things I've just told you. Which, if you were a Natori Ryu student, which is the only place you will find these 6 tools, you would know all this. So original Natori Ryu students knew this and knew in context why those 6 changed. And what, before me, nobody even knew they changed. However, there's also one other element I'm going to keep back, guys. One element they get wrong. On the traditional, the standard one that has been gone from the 20th century, the list, one of them is always put out wrong. It's the same piece of equipment, but they get the wrong piece of equipment. And I'm going to hold that back, guys, because I want to keep that for another video, another day, and another publication. Okay, I've made this video so that you guys can get the new book. It's literally out as we're speaking. It's coming out, or it's out, depending on the date this video is uploaded. This is the Book of Samurai series, book 2, and it contains all of Heigu Yoho and all of Heiki Yoho, 2 scrolls from Natori Ryu. So if you get book 1 here, go to book 2 here, and then get the Shoninki here, you will have everything to date on Natori Ryu and be fully aware of why people who just use the Shoninki are not getting it right. And then, I'm not saying they're wrong, and I praise everyone for trying out there to do these translations, but you can't do these translations only based on having a knowledge of modern Japanese. You've got to do the research, and the research means going back and collecting. So for example, see this picture here? That's a picture of some of the Natori Ryu documents. Not all of them, some of them. And that's the collection I've been going around Japan for years putting together. I've got all this together because at the end of it all, the Shoninki is the last thing to be written. That means that Isui Sensei, when he wrote at the last thing here, had all this in place. All students went through all that. The students knew everything, and they went through stages to get to that point. But what's happening is modern people are coming along, picking it up, translating it just as it is, and putting it out there without a knowledge of the other, now literally 24, 25 manuals, depending how you count them, but probably about 40 volumes of information that predate the Shoninki for the 20 years before that is written. Okay guys, my name is Anthony Cummins. Please get yourself a copy of the Book of Samurai Book 2 and the other ones. Join us in Natori Ryu. I've got another site where we do all the Natori Ryu information. You yourself can join Natori Ryu, get involved and come and be a part of it. Search for Natori Ryu Hub on Facebook and then join in with the Shinobi research and the Samurai Gungaku research. Okay guys, subscribe, like, share this around. Please get everyone to correct the information out there. Bye bye.